since I got so much time right now at the moment, I want to talk about this ADOSSIER podcast, which I was invited by the podcaster who is the producer of this podcast, Shida Osman. Firstly, I would like to thank her for inviting me that day. Please check her podcast. I think it's episode, I cannot remember which episode. She divided it into two, which is episode part 1 and part 2, about 30 minutes. You guys should listen to it. That was also one of my how to say, want to consider bucket list, not really, but it's something like to replace what I have experienced years before, which was a few years ago. I was invited to give a short, like an interview in one of the radio channel in Singapore, which is I think 98.7. It was a nice experience, but in terms of my presentation, in terms of my performance, I don't really like it. I hated it. Like, I listened to one time and then I said, what the hell, is that how my voice sounds like on a radio? And then after that, when I re-listened to it, there's a lot of I should just shut up when the DJ is was talking to me or saying something. She was not actually talking to me. She was actually talking to the listeners, saying something about her point of view or perspective on handwriting analysis and the event itself that I will be with, this company that I was with that time. I mean, the company which invited me to be part of their event. And then I was like, what is that called? There's like, I'm agreeing to her, but I make it like audible, like you can hear it. So when I listen to it, oh my god, I should just shut up. I asked my opinion from my friends, whom Farah, who actually listened to it. Then Farah said, no, it's okay, your voice is fine, because they have been listening to my voice for years, so they should be okay with it. So I was very uncomfortable with my own voice, and then that was, I think, about 10 years maybe ago. So now this podcast was like the best interview that I've ever had with someone who makes me feel comfortable talking about everything, like my handwriting journey and how when I was analyzing her handwriting, my experiences with different people when I was analyzing handwriting throughout the years. It was like conversation. So I told Hans to listen to it, and Hans was like, still, it's like very entertaining. Like, he wanted to know more about it, like wanted to like listen to it attentively, and he even do it practical so that I can analyze his handwriting when I have already analyzed his handwriting years ago. By the way, Hans is my ex-colleague and become my friend right now. So he commented that it's very nice. He hoped that really that this would be something, what's that called? Something which is beneficial for the listeners. I said, yeah, I hope so too, because I feel like different for this one. Apart from my performance, I think I feel like improved so much. And what I can say is that why I feel more confident speaking in that podcast is because, apart from that, over the past 10 years I have been, like, you know, exposed to different kind of people in terms of especially my I feel like my experience with my classmates in NPU, which I studied. They are very, like, you know, that's the high standard. I feel like very high standard in terms of presentation, everything. And apart from that, I feel like the additional thing that made me confident was I've already did some podcast recording for my own podcast, one of under my winter scribbler. So I don't want to like talk about it here. So there's 2 seasons, which is 10 episodes. So in the first few episodes, I felt like a bit insecure because of listening to my own voice. So what I did was, the first episode I sent to a friend in New York City. He's actually what's that called? He's the producer. He's a producer for podcasting, and he has like 6 podcasts. He also is a podcaster. So I asked his opinion. I never met him before, but when I was studying my certification from Harvard. I knew him from then. So I asked his opinion. I sent to him and told him to please look at it in a perspective that could probably improve before I publish this, or before I go and record the second episode onwards. Then the first thing that I was thinking, probably my voice lah. Then he was saying, after he commented, he said, okay, this concept is good, everything blah blah blah, in terms of how you change your voice, everything. Then the only problem is like echo in the room. So I decided, so that's all, you know. Then I asked him, that's all? What else? Like, how about my voice? He said, your voice is okay. And I told him frankly that I'm very insecure about my voice. I don't like to listen to my own voice. They say it's normal, everybody is like that. They will be uncomfortable listening to their own voice. So what that actually motivates me a lot, like encouraged me to like pursue with it. So what I did was, like, the problem was the echo, right? So I just changed the location. I go and find a location. I nearly built a vocal booth here, but this is a rental office, so I do not want to like what's that called, build another vocal booth or whatever. It's very, very troublesome. I never built anything before. In Singapore, we don't really build stuff ourselves compared to in America or in Canada or whatsoever. So what we did is that I found a podcast studio at the Hive. So that's how I solved that problem, and I do it like immediately because I do not want to think so much about it anymore, because I've already write all the script, the synopsis, the outline of all these podcasts. So what I did is that I just go for it, because if you don't go for it, I know if I don't go for it, I will never do. So it's like everything that I plan normally nowadays, I just do it. So that podcast which I had with ADOSSIER is like one of the best. Is I feel like I don't think about it anymore, about my voice, blah blah blah. People don't like it. Of course, people don't care about it, because that's how we talk. Like, if they speak, we accept their voice, whatever their voice is, we are fine with their voice. So I don't think it's about the voice at all. I think it's about how to manage the insecurity. So whatever it is, like you guys are doing podcasting or whatsoever, video, like vlog like this, I was very uncomfortable last time to do it. So when I did for my podcast, I did a video too. So I feel like now, talk to you guys, this should not be a problem. So anyway, while preparing for my webinar, I don't know, they don't call it webinar or something, with Nanyang Polytechnic students. So I'm just chatting with you now. So I want to thank Shida Osman for what is that called? Inviting me, and her interest in it can be seen from how she speaks to me and the question that she asks, the energy that she asks. Even my friend Hans also said to me, hey, you can see that the girl is interested. Yeah, she seems like very interested. So it is like actually for a person like me or anyone who probably practice anything, if somebody who is interested in it, they will be more motivated to say about whatever they are doing. I feel like it's much more, I feel much more comfortable, and she listens. I think I feel like I cut some parts when she was talking, but anyway, peace Shida, thanks for inviting me. Anyway, okay, I'm going to prepare myself right now. I need to do some touch-up, so see you guys later after the webinar. I hope it goes well. See you. Like, we have like a conflict in terms of our opinions or that. So I said I cannot stand it. So I think, okay, probably should try this course, which is maybe this is one way for me to understand them. Okay, the Grapholistic actually comes about in 2005.
So Cleo, August, Man, and her world, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes. I have a burning question.
Yes.
Is that the reason why? That when anybody or any individual is applying for a job, there is an application form?
You have to tell me whether it is accurate or not, because normally when I analyze, I will ask someone, is it accurate? I don't want you to yeah, you're right, just because I'm an expert in that, okay? For example, you are more to this independent thinking. Whatever you decide or think, it's always separated from what your parents think.
That's so true, right? Yeah.
Whatever you are going through in life, just make sure that